Hello, collective. Um, I'm gonna make a short little announcement for this channel because, well, first off, it's been over a year since I've started doing tarot, and it is well in this lifetime, I should say, and it's like about to be a year since this channel's been up. Um, so I'm just kind of like sitting in that today and letting that soak in. Just really thinking back how life has been, um, as well as wanting to tell you all about some of the changes that are going to be brought to the channel soon. Um, I'm not going to be using tarot cards, oracle cards as much. We're going to be doing different avenues of divination. And I know I talked about it before, but now it's becoming more solidified. I'm getting the exacts of what I need to do and what I need to get, and just all sorts of things in that nature. Um, so that's something. And as well, we're gonna have a lot more spiritual cleansings while in teachings, while in channelings. A little bit of light language. Secum, not Reiki, excuse me, but Secum. And a bunch of other things, just some minor stuff. Just to keep the energy flowing in a positive way and all the and keeping it high vibrational and lift up. As well, we'll go over some like protection stuff as well. And the the typical deep dives, introspections, higher consciousness, new earth type regulations and things we're gonna go over as well. Um, and as more channelings from different divine beings as well. So just wanting you all to get aware of this because this shift is about to happen for the channel here soon, and I just felt like it'd be nice to have like a little updated video. Um, that being said, we will jump into like a little bit of Oracle and stuff for this video. Just to like, you know, I don't want to just upload like a little short thing. I want to like if I'm gonna be here, I want to educate and help in that. But regardless about that as well, more books. Books are gonna be more common. And if you don't know what my books are, they're not even like really books. They're more like pamphlets, but I like calling them books because they are very educational. They have a lot of wisdom in it. A lot of deep truths that have been hidden, a lot of soul involved in writing them. It's a lot of channeling involved that's in them. Um, and it's something that I'm able to churn out pretty decently quickly. And speaking on that, I'm working on a new book. It's the deep going into the depth of what duality is and why you don't really need it, like the purpose for why it even is, the symbolisms and why they're incorrect to represent duality and why some are correct. Um, and just things of that nature because as we evolve and grow, it's important to also understand the actual life behind certain things rather than just hearing definitions that have been passed on. And that's been something I've been trying to work through for a while is really getting at a point of my own journey where I can stand on my own too and look people in the eyes and say, yes, you're incorrect, but let me tell you why, without seeming combative. And I'm good at doing that now, and I completely understand that it's really just the other person who wants to think that it's argumentative. I'm not an argumentative person. If you really want to argue with me, you're not gonna like it because listen, I don't like to argue, but if I have to, it's gonna get cut down Libra style. Y'all know how it is. Um, but yeah, I wanted to just talk about that because we're really gonna start breaking down the matrix. We're gonna start breaking down the mind, educating, actually teaching. Um, not talking about shit that don't matter, not being stuck in a matrix and stuff, um, and all that stuff. We're really just gonna evolve and really learn how to be you again. Um, And in learning how to be you is understanding the source of what you speak and understanding that what you speak isn't your tongue, it's others. In fact, especially if you speak English, because that's just Hebrew phonically backwards. So enjoy that cookie. But let's just jump into a little bit of Oracle. I got through it, got thrown on me like last second for me to do it. Spirit was like, just do a little bit of it, see where everyone's at. So we'll do that. Um, as well as the moon, um, Jupiter is definitely on your side at this time. That's what I'm getting. Sorry, I'm looking at my bag because I remember I have a Jupiter. I'm like going to forget about this if I don't do it right now. But I have a Jupiter sigil that I need to find. I think I'm already charging it or something, but it's not the last one, is it? It. Welcome to whatever. Anyway, let's jump into the Oracle. I literally just had like a whole like moment with Spirit for that. I was like, it's not the last, is it? And yeah, it was. It's funny. So yeah, okay. Yeah, so there is a bit of paranoia. Maybe you feel like you need to guard yourself, and it's just because you're exhausted. Um, and being completely transparent, I feel that. Especially with like today just being my birthday, I don't know if I want to like go out or not. I don't really know what I want to do. I've never like celebrated a birthday, and I'm just exhausted. Like I really just can't. You know what I mean? So take time to rest always. And I'm not like physically or mentally or emotionally, I am just spiritually exhausted because I've gone through so much and then my birthday's here and it's just like, man, I don't know, but be aware of your emotions, let your emotions out. Jupiter is really trying to cleanse you out to allow you to accept more at this time. Um, and as well as from now, I think till like November 19th, there are going to just be a bunch of people who are up in antsy. If you remember the video I did a few days ago talking about being careful of people who are going to be aggravated, it's happening. It's like after the moon. The moon does shit to people. Um, but yeah, you've been in this masculine energy. You might have been thinking you were been in a feminine energy because you've been like healing and stuff, but you have been in a lot in action. You've been working a lot. It's less feminine and more masculine, you see. So you have been in this masculine energy, and I feel like you might struggle when you're in this masculine energy because you really want to be in this balanced, like feminine and masculine energy, which is good, but it's like you can't get that balance until you rest or until you break these boundaries of being like scared of things or even uncertain of actions, like even like being indecisive. There we go, that's the word. Thank you, Spirit. Like being indecisive you might want to watch out for as well, because there's like, yeah, I was getting that too. I glanced at the card that fell and it was cutting ties, and I really felt that like there's a lot of people that are leaving your life for good. Um, for good, for good. There's a lot of people who have their own karma to deal with at this time, and they literally just don't have time to even bother you, talk to you, think about you. They got their own shit to worry about now. Welcome to the harvest. Y'all spent all year doing weird shit, and we've been moving forward and healing and ignoring y'all, and now y'all gotta, eat what you get. It's kind of how it is. We we have cutting ties, we have shattered, stagnant, and salty. Yeah, people are broken. And it's because they, again, and I have to talk about it because it's one of those things where it's less about them and more about you when it comes to this. But there's a lot of people that didn't know who you were, which made you not know who you were. And now that you're away from these people and you are starting to know who you are, people know that they are missing out. You might even have people from your past try and come back in like really small ways. Like they really want to like, do you still have time for me? Do you still like me? Like that type of energy. And like don't be mean and say no because like that's this is the whole like karmic cycle you're trying to escape is putting a condition on love and putting a condition on being okay with someone or not. So step away from that. If you're just gonna say no, I don't like them, like learn to release that anger in a in a healthier way. But of course, like again, I know y'all, the main collective, I know y'all aren't like that. I mean, even if you do struggle with it, it's one of those things where you release it, but then you're like, you know what, you backtrack on it. So I get it. There is just a lot of that energy. There's just a lot of aggravation that's people are trying to put on you so they don't have to feel it, but it's theirs to feel. Let them feel it because they need to grow up. You know, take the pampers off and get used to it type energy because you're not the only one on this earth that's supposed to grow. And unfortunately, for these people that want to come into your life, I say unfortunately because for them, some of them unwillingly and don't even understand or care or want to heal. And it's so funny, the name of the song that's playing right now is called Heal. But you force people to heal. You show them their own bullshit to their face. And that's where a lot of this paranoia energy is coming from because you know that people, like, when they look at you, it's like they almost want to judge you. Like they really want to get under your skin and bite you. Um, but it's because you literally make them heal. It's because they literally like they know how they are and they can tell that you know who they are and how they act. And it's like you don't walk around eggshells around them, but they feel like they have to around you. And it's like it's not even you needing to hold anyone to accountability. It's just your energy. Like these people around you are just children, and they need to like well, they don't need to do anything. They need to do what they need to do because they're perfect in their own right. But if they are to come in your energy, they gotta come prepared to really take their own shitty ass energy and leave it where it stands, you know? But again, that's like not your problem. That's like their problem because they like I don't know. People are weird like that. And I know we talked about it a lot, but it's like people like to put standards and like, oh, we you should have it by here and you should do this and that, and that's like not the case at all. Like if that's what you need, then you should go get it because that's a you problem and not someone else's, right? You know, and we understand these things. And that can go along with like owing something, but you have like a time frame to um like doing favors for people, but being like, yeah, whenever I can. You know what I mean? And a lot of those people that like were used or are used to holding people to that standard and like time even times when I like yeah it's time for the consequences for these people like they like I'm telling you you're free from a lot so there's just a lot of like evil eye and oh that's just not fair and oh that's I just me like just complain to someone that actually gives a fuck you know what I mean but regardless that's what you're feeling because you're being freed from it and it's crabs in a barrel. You're releasing ties. You might even be having dreams of past people that not necessarily ended off on bad terms, but just you split different ways and stuff. And it's really like like your soul finally gets to say what they want to say to them if you're seeing them in a dream state. It's like why did you like let's get real with this. Like what's going on? Like why did you randomly leave when this happened? Or like why did you treat me like this? Or like what was your flesh's purpose for that? Other than the lesson, of course, but like what did you learn? Like what was your point in it? Because you understand yours, but there's a lot of freeing up energy. I'm really just feeling like retrospection, like you're really just kind of releasing the deep, deep wounds, the deep emotions that you don't necessarily like feeling. Yeah, we have legal in reverse that want to come out. So yeah, this is not about like there are like spiritual court over. There are no like legal issues, I guess you could say. Like someone can't hold you accountable for their own actions. Really, they can't. And it's not even because you have to say it, it's just your guides, your energy are refusing to let anyone put like their nightlife bullshit on you. Like, because you're trapped in it. A lot of people like looked at you as like a harmony pillar. Like they really wanted you to just like make their life better. And they're very envious of you in that sense. But it's like you had it, but then you threw it away. So did you really even want it? Yeah, this is all about like yeah, it's like it's all right here. It's thrills and karmics. But it's like I don't know. You might even be seeing people go through cycles that you had to go through because of the way they are acting and stuff. And it's really one of those things where you've evolved. It's time to go. Like I'm even seeing someone like looking at their clock and like tapping it, like, hey, it's like let's get on the bus. You know what I mean? So get prepared, especially today, because there's a lot of free movement. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of truth coming out as well. I feel like the divine is showing you a lot of things. From people showing you egg like hidden dodge bullets and stuff. And it's not even really things that you cared about necessarily, but like you were talking to someone and then like things just stopped out all of a sudden and you're like, I don't really give a fuck. Like I don't even care why I'm not even talking to that person anymore. You're finding these things out either like telepathically or someone's actually telling you it. But isolation's in reverse, running and sipping. So there's a lot of like you can't be rejected because you're like you are who you are. Like you know who you are. You know that you're not alone. You know that you're never like by yourself. So you can't be isolated. Like you've really hit this energy of like just the flesh doesn't matter. Like you're realizing that it's so interesting because there's this energy of like people who like putting you in chaos that you're being saved from with sirens coming in. Yeah, I don't know. But regardless, daydream in reverse, someone knows that you're not delusional. Like, it's a lot of people who are coming to their senses about who you are. And maybe a lot of people thought you held grudges and stuff. It's like all these truths are coming out with the world even being on the bottom. Wow. Yeah, but expect peace and harmony to come in very quick because there's a lot. Like, yeah, eight of wands to Hierophant, two wands and temperance. There's a lot of like this new energy that's come to you. These steps that you're about to take, this leap that you're about to take is really suited for you. You're about to be on top of the world basically. And it's because you've found this balance. Like you've not only learned how to rejuvenate yourself, but also to allow your cup to overflow so that you can give to others. Like you've learned how to do that by yourself. And that might have been the hardest, that might have been like a test of yours, just to really learn how to feel in your own cup. Learn that, yeah, with death, and yeah, it's like whatever, damn, you being able to really fill in your own cup has ended a lot. Expect a change, like a really big change on how like people perceive you, how people talk to you, how people treat you. It's really like a timeline jump, if anything. Like people really feel like they can pull one up on you, but they can't. And I don't know why this is so focused on other people today. Like that, there's just that energy of like, I don't know. But there's a rebirth that you're going through. It's probably because there's a lot of people who know this rebirth is happening or watching it, or they've watched you go through it, like sideliners. But it's really given this energy of yeah, with the devil and the Ten of Swords, people are seeing that whatever they like, their own focuses, their own addictions, the fact that they can't listen to their own heart has put them in these devastating points. And again, this could be like falling out relationships. This could be people that you used to be around that just didn't know your value, people that you just stopped talking to. Like a lot of people just see that their own issues are theirs, but they want to put it on you for some reason. Like they want to scapegoat you. And it's like that can't happen anymore because you know who you are. These people are in a lot of shambles because it's like they knew that. Like they already knew. They just can't accept it. They're just like immature about it. It's this energy of like I don't know. It's like you have to keep telling someone something over and over again because it's not like they're just thick-skulled or something. They can't get it right. They just can't listen. So they have to like, so the divine is like showing them, no, like you are the problem. Like you know all the information. It's a lot. It's like you had to learn how to trust, and now other people are learning how to trust, and they don't know how to because they can't even fucking trust themselves because they're indecisive. And that indecisiveness they want you to feel again, but you already know what you're doing. So it's like what? So like it's just giving people who can't control themselves, and they feel like they need to control someone, and they look at you like, oh, I can control you. Like no, you can control yourself. Go put your binky back in your mouth and learn how to grow up a little bit because you know the rules. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like it's really coming off like that. Like the divine is setting off things, setting people off because it's like these are the people that are issues in your life. These are the people that you need to leave. These are the people that don't even have their own shit together. It doesn't even matter if they have a business, if they have a career. They don't have their shit together because they're worried about an external factor, which is you, which they already judge your character as someone that's like nice or naive or like a really like caring good person, whichever on the spectrum how it is, but yet they still want to apply fear to you. Like that's their own fault because they can't even trust themselves. So they have to learn how to trust themselves because that's not your issue. They want it to be though. But you already learned those lessons of like, nah, I know what I'm doing. I know me. I'm doing what I can, and that's fine. And it's like what they can do is do what they need to do and they don't know what to do. They want to like I don't know. You know what I mean? It's this weird like energy swap that these low vibrational people do, and it's like this last hoorah of like, oh, we have to because your plans are coming. Like they like, and it could even be someone trying to get you stuck in like a past cycle or something, or like not even a person, but an energy, I should say, because we don't worry about the flesh, we worry about spirit. But it's this like past energy that knows that where you're about to go, and it's like it feels like you miss it, but you really don't. Like you're trying to escape it to do something more. It's a very confusing time, is how I'm hearing it. But it's not you that's confused. It's literally the energy around you that's confused because your evolution and your growth is so powerful that it's literally changing the environment around you, and, and people just aren't ready. They had time, they knew what to do. But did they do it? No. So now they're just suffering the consequence of their actions. Now they're just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. They're just having hard times. They're just confused and lost. But like you can't go back in the fire to save them because you already found yourself. There's no need to find someone else if you already found yourself. Like there's a need to move on boldly and with your heart. I'm telling you, with the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, who are you? Because you're popping out. Injustice, yeah. That's literally it. Like, because you're sitting on some sort of empire, some sort of idea that could really take you far, but you really need to just sit down with this test. Like the physical world's testing you. It's like, are you really who you say you are? Like, I don't know, like people really just don't believe anything. But yeah, again, this is just all about who you are. with Justice, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. This is the divine's test for you. Are you going to fight, are you going to fight Saturn? Are you going to go your own way and ignore what Saturn says? Or are you going to succumb to Saturn and fall back into the matrix of being? And this is what the divine's trying to put into your heart at this time. Maybe you're in like a weird isolation where like no one's talking to you and you feel like it's on purpose. It's because, yes, the divine's doing it. It's not your fault. The divine needs you to nurture yourself because you're stuck in your head. You're surrounded by all these thoughts. Um, Even though you know what to do subconsciously, but this is like the beginning with the Wheel of Fortune. This is the beginning of your growth, of your new chapter. And it's like, I don't want to say mourning, but it kind of feels like it a little bit, like a little bit of a mourning energy that you might be in, where things just kind of feel empty and blank. But it's to feel that way so that the divine can fill you full of energy and color, so you can start painting this new life. So, like, if people like want to come up to you and bother you, just let them sit in their own energy, like it's their fault. If you've already told someone something, just tell them I already told you. Like it's okay. Like if they can't remember, they should just say so. Like you're not this weird trickster spirit. You're just honest. And to other people, that feels like you're being a trickster because that's who they really are. So allow these weird energies to say think how they want to think of you, but bring who you are to the table because it's really just going to show them like that they are the only issue. And since you're gone, they're going to have to deal with it. I'm going to shuffle three more times. But that's what I'm getting is just watch out. Every time Gabrielle comes out, I know I'm speaking something that needs to be spoke. I love that because we have Speak Your Truth with Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Gabrielle, for helping me to speak with integrity. We have Connect with Music. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. Inner power to Divine Father. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. That's the magical energy right there, really, truly. Like you've really just been working on this life of yours, and it's like it's time to step back and see what you've built. We have change and transition, Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Fresh your vibes. Oh my gosh, I can't even pick you up. You might be struggling to go through these changes, but you're making it. Yeah, trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. And last but not least, we have live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. So there's that. Thank you, angels, for being here. I also got that someone wants to like this, like people might be trying to disturb your workflow. Um, but take it as a time to switch up your workflow. Like you might be, you know, switching jobs or starting a new one. Like allow yourself to get into a new flow. Like if someone wants to stop the old, let them. Let them stop anything old so that you can let something new come in. Like they're really just helping you clean out trash if you really think about it. So like don't send them hate, send them love. Be like, yeah, thanks for helping me get rid of this shit because now I don't have to even worry about getting rid of it because you got rid of it for me. Thank you. You know what I mean? But regardless, that's the message. The books are still free if you need books. If you need a bracelet, go to the description and check out Otter Spirit. If you need a reading or anything else that I offer, you can also in the description email me or use the order form. Regardless, thank you all so much for all the birthday wishes. The likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, whether they are energetic or financial. I appreciate them both wholly and fully. But I love each and every one of you to the moon and back tenfold and forever, and I'll see you later.